Hello and welcome back to our adventures in Westeros. Some people have been wondering where the series is going to go and what our next objectives are, so I wanted to give my thoughts on it. So, if we have a look at our camp here, you'll see that we have a level 6 camp perimeter over here, which is mostly finished. We have a level 6 mess tent. We have a level 3 pavilion, which is one off max. We have a level 6 baggage train, still need to build the extras, but we're pretty much there. And we have a supply tent that's about halfway there, still need to build the extras. The way I see it is we're almost finished our camp. And I think once we've finished our camp, we need to pivot direction slightly, because we're going to have a whole bunch of money, which is going to go nowhere, right? Like, we're going to have a whole bunch of money, which is going to go into nothing. At which point, what we want to do, I think, is probably start upgrading our men-at-arms and start influencing things around the map. Now, there aren't a lot of factions currently, but we can definitely look around and see if we can influence any. Or, potentially, maybe we go and try and grab some land. I don't know. But that's kind of the way I see it, is we're going to finish our camp first, and then we'll see where things take us. Like, build a large amount of money, get ourselves into a strong position with our army, and then we'll start looking at what we're looking at next and do whatever feels natural at that point. But for now, I'm happy to continue exploring up here. So this is a hired muscle scheme, which is good for us. Do I have a Camp Revelry available? I do. Wonderful. In which case, easy choice. We head here, we do this, we do Camp Revelry. Great. Let's go. So, what's the order of doing things again? I think it's this, then this. Actually, no, it must be this, then this. Yeah. Hired muscle, which we'll take. We'll do a 3-2, I think. Because I think we still need 3 to get it to be guaranteed to pass. We'll go 33, 26, 37, 22, 39, 30. So I want you to be on this. I want you to be on this one. Then 37 here. Then, actually, it looks like I can get away with 2 here. Yeah, because we now have muscle, which is so high that actually we don't need anyone else assigned to this. So we could probably go for, yeah, we could probably go for 3 speed. Although I think we're at 10 days per phase anyway. Yeah, so we're well over what is required for the, yeah, for this mission. Cool. And then, yes, now we can do Camp Revelry at the same time. Wonderful. And we can now put in a lot of food and a lot of drink. So we get a lot of bonuses when we do this. Great. Anything else I want to do? No, I think I'm okay. Let's do our Camp Revelry. Right. I'll open it up here. Ready to go. Log shortage. I'm so deep in conversation I barely notice the lack of light. It's only when I have trouble identifying a newcomer to the chat that I can spare a look at the fire. Its embers glow dully, almost spent. Beomar shakes his head at my quick scanning of the camp. We've used the last of the firewood. Need to get some more. He hops to his feet, snatching up an axe from nearby and raising an eyebrow at me. There's a 25% chance I gain Shrewd? 100% that's what we're doing. Did I gain Shrewd? No. Alright, well, 25% chance of gaining Shrewd is incredible, though, because if we got it, that would then make us a great educator, because we'd have Quick and Shrewd, so we get 2 bonuses. But we didn't get it, so there you go. A conversation in the hand. And that's why it's all connected, like the drought last year in relation to how scarcely any chickens provide an egg every single day. Okay. So we can ask Jorn about something, ask Lorcas about something. The night is young, or come let us enjoy a meal together. Yeah, we'll get all these bonuses thanks to us having the mess tent. Let's do it. So we're already at level 3 here, which means we get better recruits from visit castle holding for 1 year, and we get lifestyle experience, and we get a new contract. And then level 4 is 2 new contracts and may upgrade a random camp building for free. That's pretty good. I think we're almost certainly getting there. Right, scheme's almost done as well here. Wandering merchant. A furrer. My ears prick up, and I swivel to see a couple of my followers engaged in a discussion with a man stood beside a horse-drawn cart. Only the finest wares. I saw and heard your revelries from afar, and of course I had to divert to offer you fine people a chance of procuring them. So, let's see. I can get fine regalia, or I can get spook about warfare. I don't need either of those. I'll be responsible with money. That's fine. Both of those seem like garbage items, and we're a follower of the drowned god, so, you know, it's not necessarily in our nature to buy things. Right, let's clear that. I'm going to upgrade the supply tent again. And then we're going to go back to the Revelry. We have 16 days left. I hope we get another event, although that might be in our last event chance we had. Let's see. No more events. Yeah, I got the level 3 one, which is still fine. I get experience. I get more experience in this trait as well, so we're now at level 1, which gets us diplomacy and intrigue and courtly vassal opinion. Not that that matters, because we have no vassals. And Master of Ceremonies. Ton of bonuses. Right. Great Revelry. Good. We're now at 100% here, so we will also execute our scheme at the same time, which now means that we gain a bunch of money, and we now have a new person who is our patron, so we can now go to them, and we can say, hey, why do you have nothing? I guess I'll take your provisions. And then we'll leave that one there. Ooh, a level 2 learning. Create a work of learning. We might be okay with that. I mean, we do have some stats that are pretty high. It usually helps you with that. Yeah, I'm going to head back over there and do it. Although we could just do it like this. Yeah, let's just do it like this. Let's just travel there. Right. And go. What's in a work? So are we going to keep it simple or make it exhaustive? Exhaustive. We're going for the best result possible. Humble beginnings. I peer down at the blank page in front of me. Words. Why is it always so difficult to start? Let's see. Lord Willis wanted a scripture pertaining to the art of deception, a valid point for me to consider. So I could try this, which is a 58% chance. S is for stewardship, my kind of topic. Passage on social skills, I'll dazzle them with wits, or I have plenty of travelling stories to tell. Let's do a travelling story first, 95% chance. If we get 2 chances, or 2 successes, we get a qualified success, so we'll take the easy points. The next chapter. Okay, what should I write about? I could do another 83. Let's do an 83. Yeah, two about traveling. So we've already passed, right? So we've immediately passed this thing. Ooh, what's this one? You've because of your amount of visited point of interest, I can just get a guaranteed pass on this one. All right, I'll take a guaranteed pass. Next chapter. Okay, so now I have no guaranteed passes on the right. Let's see what we've got. We got 51, 54, 57, 44, 62. One more gets us a success, and I have 2 chapters left as extra rewards for intrigue. I'm going to roll an intrigue. Fantastic. So we got intrigue, and that got me extra rewards. So I got extra money and provisions for that succeeding. And now I have succeeded. Is this a guaranteed pass at the bottom? I think it is. Yeah, guaranteed pass. This gets us an exceptional success. Let's do it. Conclusion. Lord Willis flips through the pages of the manuscript, stopping to contemplate a piece from each page. I'll say. He turns and gently hands the manuscript to his attendant. Have you seen this? I may just put this on display. Such a mind-boggling piece of scripture. I particularly like that piece of marginalia. Well done. Enjoy your rewards, and do let me know if you ever find yourself back in Newcastle. So we get 163 gold. He loves us. We get some prestige, we get some piety, and we add him, Lord Willis Manderley, to our roll of patrons, and he has a ton of money. This is good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's that done. We've now gone back to our camp. What can I get him to do? I can get him to do a grand tournament, apparently. He does have the money for it, right? No, because he just paid us a pile of money. Might mean that he doesn't have the money for it. Doesn't it cost like 300 to do a grand tournament? And I think that money does stop them from doing them. Could take his money, could take his provisions. Yeah, I guess I could take his... I kind of want a grand tournament, but I guess I'll take his provisions because he doesn't really have that much money. At least not right now. Anything else in here? Contracts available. Okay. Let's see what we got. We should, first of all, go here because we get bonuses in castle holdings. Let's have a look at who we've got. We're looking for bodies. So we have two people. We have Harrion and we have Edwin. Both of which are kind of bad. What's the bonus I get? I don't get any bonus. I'm sure it said I would get a bonus. Maybe that was only at the top level. Anyway, then neither of them are good. I'll take a round of dice. I paid 10 to Edwin. That's fine. Local training grounds. I don't want to pay 210 for one prowess. Oh, right. It actually started snowing. Okay, mingle with the locals. We'll hear a story. And the story got us intrigue. Okay, who's up for recruitment? And do I have the bonus here? Yeah, you see, I have the bonus here. This isn't the right place for us to have this bonus. But anyway, I should have the bonus on Visit Castle holding. Or on the Visit Castle one, not on the... well, maybe it is meant to apply to this. Yeah, because this is Tavern. Because this is Visit Castle, right? I don't know. Maybe it meant on the whole thing if you're at a castle. It might have meant the whole thing if you're at a castle. Anyway, 3 recruits. We have Leanne, we have Edric, and we have Marlon. Marlon and Leanne are reasonable. You would have 29 stewardship. The problem is that it would cost all my money. Marlon, I can't afford him. Alright, well, that's fine then. Let's see if the town crier has anything for us. Diplomatic, stewardship, marshal. Give me some marshal, because we can do those super quick. Instructor of knights and hired muscle. I think if you do this right, you can do this scheme at the same time you do this one, right? That was the trick I did before. Am I in the right spot for this already? I am. Alright. Well, this person wants us to do another scheme for her, so sure, we'll do this. That's fine. And we're going to do a... Ooh. Ah, well, I can't do the one I wanted to do, which was 3 of these, or 3 hourglasses, 3 successes, so I'm just going to have to go for that one then. Or sorry, not 3 hourglasses, 3 successes. 3 hourglasses, 2 successes. Yeah, I don't know what these are specifically called, but contribution scheme... Okay, 2 scheme potentials and 3 scheme phase lengths would be perfect for us, but it doesn't matter. We go over either way. So we're going to go with you. With you. This one is Giles because the second person and third person here is such a drop-off. And then there we go. Right. And that's 10-day phase length. So I believe I can take this as well because I'm not traveling. I believe that's the trick. Yes. Okay. So I can do that. And then we can see the people that we're going to be instructing. So who have we got? We have Ian Algray, Leopold Hawley, and Meribald. Let's start with the worst. Let's start with Meribald. Okay. Jordan was outmatched by him. Let's see what we're going to do here. We'll try and train him ourselves. That worked. Fantastic. Ollie. Do we want to recruit him? Nope. So we're going to go with us training him. Wonderful. And then we have Ian. Ian might be worth recruiting. I don't know. So 72% chance. Do I want it? How much chance do I have here? I have 70% chance of getting the reward or 72% chance of recruiting him. I don't really want him. Yeah, let's just say you should follow our moves and then we can get the most reward. He can't keep up. Okay, we got second most reward anyway. That's fine. And that got us a request. So, We can get more provisions here. Wonderful. And now we're at our scheme. Move your accursed tent, damn it, Joran. This is my spot, cries Jaemund. Jaemund's our friend, right? He is. Disrupting my evening walk. Oh, sorry, I thought, I'll be honest, like when I saw this at the corner of my eye, I thought this was a thumbs down. It's quite clearly a chest looking at it, but I was like, what's this symbol? No, it's just a chest saying his quartermaster. Disrupting my evening walk. Joran seems unmoved, simply folding his arms across his chest. It can't be your spot if it's got my tent up on it now, can it? He snarks back. Desperate for a higher authority, Jaemund whirls around to me. Leader Sylvie, please, I beg of you, discipline this wretch. Side with Jaemund, side with Joran. Say we have rules for a reason, Joran. Or figure it out amongst yourselves. Ooh. So, this one will make them both like us, and we can do this because of our fixed layout domicile building. Yeah, okay, so we'll do that then. That's fine. I just remembered the other thing we can do, but we'll oh, I guess I have to do it after this. Wealth aplenty. My treasury is brimming with gold and silver, and all expenses are cared for. As a wealthy lady, I could offer patronage to some kinds of artists or scholars. Okay. Except that I shouldn't really because of this, but I don't think that this really applies to this anyway. As luck would have it, 3 potential candidates just arrived in the Lance of Smith. But do any of them impress me? So we can get Immaculate Gardens, Poetry, or Natural Philosophy. I don't think I'm going to spend the money. But yes, I remembered the other thing you can do is you can do things like this, and you can escort emissaries while you're still in your scheme contract. I can't believe I forgot you could do this. But yeah, this is definitely the right way to do things. So then I can travel, like, say, all the way over there to do this, and it doesn't matter because the scheme is still going. Right, let's customize our route a little bit here. I'm just making our route a little bit better. What if I did this on the way there? Yeah, it's actually pretty much perfect. Yeah, let's go. See, now I'm doing the scheme and I'm doing the transport event at the same time, which is definitely good. Life or death, saved. Traversing the taiga on the outskirts of Shademail, we are suddenly attacked by a swarm of bandit raiders out for blood. Another set of riders rapidly approach from the nearby holding, led by Lord Albert. So we've had this event a lot of times, the other way around, where we can help a group of travellers. I think this is the other side of it. I might be wrong though. I'm very pleasantly surprised by the altruistic demeanour of the local lord, and I praise the drowned god that they arrived just in time. Albert circles back around with a victorious grin on his face. You should join us for some Wolfswood clansman hospitality at Shademill. Be my honour. Okay, fantastic. We have now escorted the person we needed to escort, so that's good. And I believe that the Excelled is at the other side, right? Oh, but it goes from where your camp is anyway, so it doesn't matter. By the other side, I was meaning that he is all the way back down here, but I forgot it's your camp that matters, not your location that matters. Yeah, let's grab some more provisions off of him. We're getting well stocked, basically, from all of these. Then we can make our way back down. Right. All the way back down. And we've arrived just in time to execute the scheme. Wonderful. And we don't get any new things because we've already done something for that person. Wait a second. I was about to say, did I not just do something here? I did just do a learning thing here. I'm going to go up to Haverstock, and then we can do this and this at the same time. Sure. Why not? Let's move our camp back up to Haverstock. Right. Oh, I can't do that because it ran out. That's the negative here, is that it can just run out as well. Yeah, but like the scheme, either you're out of range or the scheme becomes unavailable for whatever reason. And if you just take it from where you are, then, you know, you're guaranteed to get it. So, it's interesting. Anyway, there is a negative to doing what we're doing here. It's just another hired muscle scheme. We've done these many times now. So So I'm just going to assign people and we're just going to do it. Because now we know which... We haven't had any, like, camp changes since, so we know that it's going to be that, basically. Then we... Oh, don't execute scheme, then we wait. Wonderful. Cool. We're almost finished the next building in the camp, which is the supply tent, which is then going to let us build a supply tent. And that'll be good. So there's the supply tent built. We can now build a supply tent. Perfect. So that'll now start building up. And then we're almost at the point where we've got the next supply tent as well. Hey, stewardship point. This gives us architect, which makes domicile buildings cheaper, and they will construct quicker, which is great. Now we have a question. Do I want to stay in stewardship? Well, what am I going to get? Let's just do a... Let's say we stay in stewardship. What are we getting? Meritocracy. It's not that important. That which binds us enables the encouraged relationships travel option. Okay, so it means that you can get your... yeah, it means you can get your followers to... Sorry, I was just trying to figure out why it was saying we can't do it, but I understand now. It's because the thing has this perk as a requirement, and it's showing our current state, and our current state is we don't have that perk. But yeah, it means that we can basically get our followers to form relationships, which is kind of cool. I like that. Tight-knit. Aptitude with a friend, lover, or married goes up. That's kind of interesting. Yeah. I think that is quite interesting, actually. That could be very good. Cost of recruiting officers to scout for talent, not a problem. Don't need that. Officer aptitude is in general up. I mean, that's kind of cool. The effect of scout for talent now applies to all travels, except the speed penalty. What travels doesn't it apply to? Oh! Without the travel option! So you can have 2 travel options that aren't scout for talent. Oh, okay. It's not that mind-blowing because we don't use the second one anyway, but... Oh, could be cool. Bonus modifiers from Steadfast Camp now also scales by number of followers. Okay, 1 per 5 followers. The bonus modifiers scale by number of followers, 1 per 5 followers. Okay, so if I go to here... Does that mean I get 1 toughness for every 5 followers who support us? So we'd get 4% toughness? Is that what it's saying? Do I really get 4% contract scheme growth? That doesn't seem correct, because the base is 1.6. That seems very incorrect. I don't know. I don't think that's right. We would have to check it, but I don't think that's right. I think it's 1 whatever, like 1 units per whatever. So whatever the modifier would be, it's 1 block of that. I don't know if that's correct either, but yeah. Either that or it's really, really good. That's the other side of it. And in this, we don't care about. It looks like there's a lot of bonuses here, but if we actually look at it, Plague Resistance doesn't apply to us, really. Tributary bonus doesn't apply to us. A Vassal Opinion doesn't apply to us, so it's 1 Diplomacy, 3 Stewardship, and that doesn't apply to us. So it's 1 Diplomacy, 3 Stewardship, which is still fine, but it looks like it's a ton of bonuses, but it's really just 2 right now. Demand payment for hooks, you can use that to get extra bonuses out of your patrons. So, for instance, that patron who we just got a new hook on, we could then use demand payments to take the money off of them. Well stocked doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Those are all provisions. None of that matters. Doesn't matter. High stakes bartering. 25% chance of getting a holding's loot value as gold when you pass through a barony. So a 1 in 4 chance of gaining 25% loot value. But loot value is like nothing, right? Yeah, so that's 22 loot. So let's... Well, is 22 reasonable? That's 5, that's 16. 16. Okay, that's 2. Alright. So what was it again? What percentage? It was 25%. So, you're realistically making like 5 gold or less, right? Realistically, on most of them, you're making 5 gold or less. Once every 4 baronies you travel through. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but we did, if we think about the travel that we just did from here to here, right? That went through, like, I'm guesstimating. That went through maybe 30 baronies, like there and back. So, went through like 30... You're talking like 35 gold, something like that, on average. It's not bad, unless it also lowers the loot value, in which case it's not as high, but... Yeah, it's not bad. It's not like a ton of money, but it's nice. When using gather provisions, somewhat effective terrain now counts as very effective. Don't care, we have infinite provisions. Domain taxes plus contract gold rewards. I mean, that's kind of cool, but I don't think that really matters. Doesn't matter. Okay. So I think that in here, up to like here, I quite like. I don't really care about this one. I quite like this bit in here. Like this section as well. Maybe just those two. So I'm thinking we have maybe like 5 perks and I like out of this. So I kind of want to get down to that which binds us. I think that which binds us is interesting. So I think maybe 2 points and we switch with the knowledge that if we go to university again, we'll get 2 more points, almost guaranteed. So we can grab these 2 immediately. And then, yeah, we might get that one, I guess, at that point. Depends how many times we go to university. If we go to it twice, then we'll be able to get Loyal Officer's Talent Scout and Honor to Serve. Yeah, okay. So I think it is time to pivot. So, do I need anything in here? I'm not going to go as full into this one. I don't think so. I don't think I need anything that this offers unless I want, like, Organized March to make our troops stronger. As in, like, get that to make us faster and then go down this path to make our troops stronger. I don't think I need to do that. Diplomacy. Recruitment to rule is interesting. We do only have 1 child, though, which makes it less valuable. Because it could be, like, just 1 skill point. If you have, like, 10 children, suddenly recruitment to rule becomes a lot better because it's a lot of skill points across all of them. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't think we need this. Realistically, I'm not doing this, although there is the spider path that I'd forgotten existed. Oh, yeah, this is about recruiting spies and things. Yeah, okay. Mechanics that we don't need to interact with right now. Here, we could go whole of body. How old are we? 22. It might be a little early, but the earlier we do whole of body, the better. We could potentially grab Carefree out of that immediately, making stress gain not a problem. I'm also kind of interested in Theologian as well. Because there's some interesting stuff we could do. We could try and convert people. Yeah. You gain piety for every follower of your faith. Yeah, there won't be that many though. Get the attempt to convert interaction with anyone whose domain your camp is located in. Yeah, I mean, this has interesting stuff. Definitely. There's definitely some interesting stuff we could get in here. But that would only be if we decide we're going to convert people. And you may recruit cultural men-at-arms from where you're located. I don't think we need that, as we already have that. I think if I was doing this, I would do whole of body and then maybe think about doing Theologian if we have that locked in. On this side. Yeah, I don't really care about designated terrain. Like, none of this is doing anything for me. Yeah, I think nothing in this path does anything for us, basically, that we care about right now. Does it unlock a new thing? As in, like, a new activity? No, I don't think it does. Okay. This one unlocks hikes, which could get us fame bonuses. But I don't think we actually want that one, if we were to do it. And then we got provision stuff. That get us journey, gives us monument expeditions. Monument expeditions are cool-ish. Yeah, not a lot of this is like that good. Yeah. Also, I do love the bonus modifiers from Steadfast Camp. It's such a line. I think they had it a lot more in the first release of it, where it was just like, there's a bonus modifier. Alright. What is the bonus modifier? I don't know if these are the bonus modifiers or if there are other bonus modifiers. It's just kind of like, it's weird. I don't know, I think this is the one that seems the best to me. What we're losing as well. Stewardship schemes, contract scheme growth, and provision gain. Okay, cool. We're going to switch to this one. Right. That's fine. And there's 100%. Execute scheme. Wonderful. That got us some more money. We now have a request. I'm going to request that you give me provisions. We are now almost capped on provisions. It's time to go somewhere. So I've been to Winterfell, right? Yeah, so I don't need to go to Winterfell. The only reason we would want to go north is if I wanted to go beyond the wall. If I go to Warg's Hall beyond the wall... Oh, also, this is all now one thing with a king beyond the wall. If I go to Warg's Hall, all of our followers get a bonus. So there is a reason to do it. I guess I could move my way up here and then go beyond the wall. That could be cool. Although our daughter is quite young. So, as in, like, if we die, it's going to be a real pain. Let's go to Carhold. Let's just do that first. And we're going to go there via this place, which we're already locked into. And we're also going to go to the Dreadfort as well on the way past. Which actually takes us back to the road, interestingly. Right. And then we can figure out where we're going from here. Maybe someone has a mission for us to go beyond the wall. During the Andal invasion, a rare alliance between Stark and Bolton forces led by King Theon Stark defeated Argos 7 Stars Andal forces near the Weeping Water River. Okay. A lot of lore in that one. Rival's End. In the dead of night at our camp near Pup's Pelt, I step out quietly. What was that sound? That's when I see it. My follower Lothar tiptoes to my acquaintance Alfin, who is dozing on a slope. Lothar rolls Alfin down the hillside where sharp rocks ensure quick and painful demise. Lothar quickly scans the area, unaware I've seen everything. Yo, you just killed Alfin? What? It's a fascinating technique, and I get 2 intrigue. Guards, or I saw nothing. Lothar, I think you may have reached the end of the line. I think that we've ignored you for too long. I think we have to imprison him. Fortunately. And I think Lothar, unfortunately, you're not getting out of this one. You will be executed. Yeah. We have now executed Lothar. Need a new Maester. Do I have anyone who counts? No. Well, let's begin the search. See if we can find someone. But, like, he did just murder another member of the camp in front of us after we were already not happy with him earlier due to his being a bad physician, so... Yeah. I mean, he had to go. The Wandering Acolyte. Donner claims to have spent time studying at the Citadel, but without a Maester's chain, it's impossible to be certain. He apparently did not progress far in his studies. Although Donner is not exactly who I had in mind, he is better than nothing. He's malnourished, but he's quick. Well, he'll have to do. We need a new Maester, and he will have to be it. He's not very good right now, but maybe he can become better in the future. Yeah, let's maybe try and get him this, because if he gets himself the novice physician trait experience, then his aptitude will go up a lot, I think. So, let's do that. Right. We have now arrived at the Great Moat. What is this? Prison break. That's an interesting symbol. That doesn't look like a base game symbol. Is this a mod thing? Okay, this contract requires you to free an imprisoned character via an intrigue scheme. Okay. Lord Marin searches for a slippery individual. There's an imprisoned relative he would very much like freed. I mean, obviously, there is a symbol there. I just don't know if it's mod or not. But either way, we haven't seen these very often. Wait, is from King Garrick beyond the wall? That vile knave, King Garrick. Loud profanities outside my tent wake me up. Who's there? Who bothers me at night in my own camp? I ask, still half asleep. It is I, Lord Marin, the intruder proudly announces. Make haste, there is no time to waste. My niece Frida has been taken prisoner by the abhorrent fool, King Garrick. Seeing my confusion, he adds, I'll pay handsomely should you manage to break her out. So if I already had a hook on him, I could just get her out. Or I can immediately start planning a prison break. Well, I guess I'm planning a prison break. Okay. Lord Marin was wise to turn to me, a free captain with little to lose for such a reckless venture. There are ways to slip past the walls of Huskmere, but none without great risk. By some clever pretext, I'll need to get friendly eyes all the way to Frida's cell. Her uncle Lord Marin would draw attention with even the slightest involvement, though the woman's freedom relies on the lance of Smith alone. So we're here to earn, doing it best efforts, so it makes things slower, but gives us better success chance. Sooner we're done, sooner we're back on the road, or let's just get on with our task. I'm gonna go for, best efforts gives us a much better success chance as a base. Do we need it? Yes, I think we do. Alright, I'm gonna grab that. It makes things slower, but I think it's worth it. Yeah, because it would still be like 3 phases for it to equal 20%. So that's good. An infiltrator. You're gonna refuse? You think it's too dangerous? Oh no. They can refuse? Well, Wenda, you're my infiltrator then. 3 months per phase. Wow. Okay. I mean, Harl, King Garrick's sworn shield. We're gonna get you to join us with a hefty, with a prestigious good word and a bribe. There we go. And then we'll put in Sagato as well as the other one. We're up to 100% as our max. We need a lookout and a decoy. So our husband will probably be in 1. Yeah, so he can be in 1. And then our decoy is going to be Jamont, our friend. So what's our... That's interesting. So we have secrecy. But it doesn't actually show secrecy on the scheme at all. Like, there's no secrecy thing on it. That's weird, right? Should there not be secrecy on this scheme? Huh. This makes me think it's definitely a mod thing, because there's no secrecy on it. But we'll see. Alright, well. It's fine, I guess I'm just gonna, like, wait. High tier construction work from Lord Jamie. Wait, Lannister? Wait, we also... I don't know if we've seen construction work before. Requires you to go to a county and loiter. Huh. Interesting. Let me just check something here. Let me just check something. I'm going to my downloads here. Download completed today. For store content, or for workshop content. And this is the only workshop item I have installed, huh? So was there a mod patch today? That's what I'm wondering. Let me see, how do I... Oh, right, subscribed items. Last updated... No, so there wasn't a mod patch today. Interesting. Must have been like a launcher patch for the game or something. Yeah, because last update for this was 8 days ago. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I have no idea. We're just seeing lots of new events. Maybe we've got to a certain level of camp that we now see events we didn't previously? I don't know. I'm just spitballing. If anyone knows where these events come from, you know, let me know. Oh, somebody we're holding a grudge against just died. Alright. So you're now the only person we're holding a grudge against. Fair enough, fair enough. Empty crates. I gaze down sadly at my meal. A barely ripe apple stands out as the most appealing of this fare. We will ask Lord Harrion Karstark if we can poach in his lands. Yes, we paid him some money and he said yes. Wonderful. Well, camp has just finished constructing. We will now get another supply tent, and this is our final supply tent. Also join a grand tournament all the way over here. Okay, no, I don't think we want to. We're kind of busy. I mean, we obviously want to, we just can't, really. Are you in a war? That's definitely 40,000 troops. Wait, is 40,000 troops just raiding? Wow, they're just raiding this random island. Okay, interesting. But you want me to abduct someone? Huh, weird. I'm still doing the prison break. I kind of get the feeling they're going to be released from prison by the time we finally get ready to fire the prison break. I'm going to repair the stained glass again. Right. Now we chill. Plenty in common. Life in close quarters tends to magnify relationships, good and bad. Fortunately for Giles and Tristan, their common interest in obeying the duly appointed laws of the land, indeed any land, has proven to be a strong bonding agent. They're bonded by their, like, love of following the law. Alright, well, sure, they can be friends. I'm not really bothered by it. I mean, I'm a little confused by the fact that that's what bonded them. Like, they're so into the law that they're now bonded, but anyway, hopefully these Northman boils don't come down to us. They shouldn't, because it started up here, but I think it began in Horborn. Yeah, so that shouldn't spread this far, but I mean, it's spread all the way down here, but that's coastally bordering, I guess, sort of. So I don't think it's a problem. Anyway, we finished the thing, so now what do we want to do? Guess I could upgrade that next. Yeah, we need 400 for it, though. Bleeding out. I'm inspecting in the camp infirmary when suddenly an injured soldier is brought in. He's losing too much blood. Where's the Maester? The healer is nowhere to be found. A chill runs down my spine. I might be this man's only hope. Suddenly, as if he stepped out of thin air, my husband, Master Jorn, is at my side. He rolls up his sleeves and looks at me. Hand me the tourniquet. Step back, this is my patient, or let him bleed. Hand me the tourniquet. We can get Jeremy in our camp from this, apparently. Made a friend. So we are now friends with our husband. Wonderful. And Jeremy is alive and he's in our camp. Wonderful. That's good. And then bound together. As this camp's leader, when two of my more notable followers wish to wed, it's my right to have the last word. They live within my protection, travel on my animals, and break my bread after all. Diana and Lorcas wish to marry. Alright. I will permit the union. Oh, matrilineally marry. Okay, I mean, the thing, they're both lowborn, right? Yeah, so it doesn't really matter, but interesting. I'll permit the union. That's fine. We're at 28%, so we could immediately fire this with a 1 in 4 chance of success. Obviously, we're not going to do that. But we might, when it gets to like 80, we might want to consider it. Like, consider 80 and getting a 20% extra just to save time. There's a tournament going on in New Barrel. Oh, alright. Camp Revelry can be done. Let's do Camp Revelry. Wonderful. I don't have the money to do Camp Revelry. How much do I need to do, like, a full one? 68. Alright then. He is a man now. It's been a good while since I saw my old heartthrob Ormond. Then, I see him enter my camp, looking as resplendent as ever. A vision of the watery halls, if ever there was one. I feel my heart begin to race. My palms sweat, just as they did when I was but a girl. It's hard to believe that he's the same boy I would fawn over in my youth, and harder still to believe that my feelings are unchanged. Perhaps I ought to finally make my feelings known. You know, I guess we're honest, so let's go for it. Affections returned. I profess my love to Ormond, and he leans into my ear and whispers his affections right back to me. I'm overjoyed and simply astounded that our love was able to transcend the folly of our youth and blossom into mature courtship. Wait a second, I have an idea. Do we not have... Never mind. I thought our religion had... yeah, I thought it had... I'm just going to check in here. Yeah, it does have marriage-type concubines. I guess we can't because of gender law? Yeah. Okay, it's gender law that's blocking us, I think. Okay. Because gender law would have to be... like, equal, I think, probably. Alright, well, in which case we can't do that. Well, alright then. That's fine. And we'll wait. Aches and pains. Barris, my head porter, is feeling the effects of old age at the, almost dead age of 28. So, we'll pay for a room. That's fine. Yeah, for 5 years. Okay. Now we chill. A touch of romance. Master Reese is writing me a romance thing. Okay. Weeping tears in summer. Oh, how such a beautiful countenance gleams, shimmering, sparkling, haunting my dreams. The mere thought of her smile brings one to my face, and makes my heart flutter with remarkable pace. So far, I've kept my thoughts to myself. He's a bit rubbish. I'll be honest, it's a bit garbage, Reese. You're gonna have to work better. I mean, it did rhyme, and that's at least 5 points. However, if I had to score yours out of 10, I would give it 5, because the rest of it was garbage. Follower gained a new nickname. He is now Beomar the Loyal. Well, isn't that nice for Beomar? Studious scheming. Zagato is certainly an asset in my contract, providing skill, wisdom, and guidance as best he can at every turn. Most recently, that's meant offering to help tutor me in an effort to improve our overall chances. The offer is tempting, if presumptuous. Or he can get talents redirected. No, try and improve me. That was a waste of time. Oh well, I thought it was worth it. A ruler in the making. My heir Tansy is bossy. Fair enough. The corridors of power. Lord Harrion of Carhold's residence in Carhold is excellent, of course. A far cry from the usual rough and ready fare that I'm used to. I'm very glad you can answer my summons. I'd like to see if there's anything we can do to help one another. Give me some money. Wonderful. I can almost hold my camp Revelry now. In fact, I might be able to. Let's see. How much is it? Nope, I need 68. Okay, we're getting there though. And we continue waiting for the prison break. Now it's 71. Although we can fire the 71 at a 76% chance due to having 10 keys. Closer quarters. The chaos of regularly moving sites and the coming and going of fresh faces every other town, there are plenty of time in the day for followers to find that they have unforeseen connection with someone new and unexpected. Judging from their shared in-jokes, past whispers, and occasional unsubtle sneaking away, this seems to be just the case with Gianna and Zagato. Gianna... What do you mean former spouse? She already divorced him? They only got married like a year ago. Wait, no, even a year ago. Crazy. Anyway, clearly the two lovebirds think themselves stealthy. It's not really my business, is it? Alright. All I'm going to say is that marriage did not last very long. To the charming leader Sylvie, it'd be an honor if you join my side in my wars. Alright, Lord Marolf Blackmere. You are at war against Lord Eddard the Lionheart of the Neck. Okay. That's Blackmere versus Reed. You have, on your side, 7,000 troops and 6 allies. On the other side, it is just Lord Baron the Trembling and Lord Eddard the Lionheart. I think we want to join, yeah. I'll accept. He pays us money now, which is quite nice. Let's raise our armies. Oh, I didn't mean to open that. And then I need to figure out where the war is. So we kind of want to head down here, I guess. Yeah, so we want to head towards this. Just as a question, am I even able to lead? I am able to lead. I don't necessarily want to, but we are able to. We'll keep Joran in charge for now. And with that, I think that that's a good point to end the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.